Morning, everybody, and welcome to this session of Business Bite Size. As many of you will know, it's National Apprenticeship Week this week, and so I'm very pleased this morning to have one of our apprentices come on to have a chat with me about his experience of apprenticeships and some of the choices he's made, and perhaps offer some advice to our learners and students now. So welcome, Ethan, to Business Bite Size.
Thanks, pleased to be here.
So you joined us from school to do a level 4 apprenticeship, Association of Accounting Technicians. Just interested, what was going through your mind back in those days, if you can remember, why you chose the apprenticeship route over, because clearly you were a clever enough guy to go to university if you wanted to. So just interested in why you chose that route.
Yeah, it has been a few years now, but so I think a lot of my decision was made. I didn't find the classroom learning was really enough for me. I found that I needed to not only gain that knowledge, but then apply it straight away and see how in a workplace and in a profession it would work. And I think the apprenticeship has really, really helped me with that, because just coming in with no accounts experience at all and just being hit straight on with getting into a job and getting all these tasks and figuring out how to complete them and just learning on the job and being agile with that has been fantastic. It's been really engaging.
So the apprenticeship itself feels like it lived up to your expectation. It's quite different to being sat in a class doing A levels, then, I guess.
Yeah, and even there is an element of classroom learning in terms of so the AAT qualification that I got, there is classroom learning in that, but it was a lot of what I learned on that course. I was then immediately able to go back into the office and understand what it was that I was doing, and then getting the understanding behind it of not only what I had to do, but why I had to do it.
Yeah, that's really interesting to hear. Now, you surprised me a little bit, because obviously we're accountants, right? And usually when I ask people this question, one of the other reasons they give is, of course, our apprenticeship programs, like a lot of them, are fully funded. So you get to study, you get paid, you get to work, as opposed to going to university, where you get to study and then you perhaps get to play and borrow a lot of money and run up quite a lot of debt. So I know that's quite important for young people these days, that they can actually be working and earning money as opposed to running up some debt at uni. But I would say that because I'm an accountant.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's worked for me and what I wanted to do. I think I realized quite early on that university wasn't going to be for me. I didn't want to go through another 3 to 5 years of learning things and then waiting to apply it until I got out.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Then I think you completed your AAT. It's been a couple of years ago. I think you took a year's break then in terms of study, and now you started on level 7 chartered accountancy. And of course, as we know, level 7 is a degree is level 6. So you're now working through another 3-year training program to get chartered level 7. How are you finding that?
Yeah, it's a noticeable step up. I'll be honest, but a lot of the skills that I've learned in level 4 are being then built on in level 7, and coming out with that, not just the understanding of all of the facts and figures behind accountancy and what you need to know, but then the practical understandings of how, and seeing, the practical understanding of it and seeing what I'm learning and how it applies to my day-to-day job. And just having that extra few years experience in industry and using that to help my future learning. But although it is another step up, but pretty much a vast majority of our firm have gone through one of those higher level qualifications. So knowing that I've got the support and everyone understands, and if I do have any questions, there's plenty of people in an accountancy firm to ask.
Yeah, thanks for that, Ethan. I think as you said, we've trained lots of people over the years, and there's a good group of trainees in the building now. And I know that you do get together and work together and help each other out, which is fantastic. I think I guess the point that perhaps comes out of that is that people might assume that apprentices are a fairly low level, but as we've just seen, level 7 is actually master's degree level, so it's possible to come in, start from school, do level 4, and then go on and do a higher apprenticeship afterwards. So I suppose the key question is, what would you say to a school leaver now, just coming up to September, perhaps coming, in their last year, thinking about their options going forward? I always feel there's lots and lots of talk about university, perhaps less talk, particularly aimed at A-level students, about apprenticeships. What would your advice be? What would you suggest they think about?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's reflective of my experience with it as well. I mean, the sixth form that I went to, it was very much pushed of like, you've got to do your UCAS applications, you've got to get this applied to uni and whatnot, with not much consideration to actually that's not the option for everyone. That's not what everyone's going to want to do. And I think just keep an open mind with it and explore it. As I said, it's not going to be for everyone, but I've never regretted it, and I think it's been fantastic. And the skills that I've learned on the apprenticeship, and to come out and be doing an ACA qualification, which most people do when they come out of uni, I think is reflective of just how good the apprenticeship is and what it offers.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Ethan. And of course, I wouldn't be able to have an interview with you without mentioning the National Apprenticeship Awards, would I? Because one of the two of us got to the final of the National Apprenticeship Awards, and guess what? It wasn't me. So congratulations on that. I know you didn't actually win it on the night, but it was a fantastic achievement to get to the final. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was great to be recognised. Yeah, of course, I feel the recognition and the love from everyone at Randall Payne every day. But yeah, to have that on a scale across Gloucester was, yeah, just great. It was a great night. A shame not to win, but you can't win it all.
No, well done, Ethan. I mean, I think we know, as a member of the team, you're doing tremendously well. And as you said, I think it's great to see people developing like yourself. And I think picking up those practical skills alongside the academic training, I think it's just a wonderful combination. And it's why we've been doing apprenticeship training for AAT for so long, and now just started to do level 7. I think it's fantastic. Not for everybody, as you say, but I think it should be. Everybody should be thinking about it when they're making choices. They should at least have it on there as one of their options and give it due consideration before making their final decision. And of course, university is the right course for lots of people, but equally apprenticeship is also a good course, a right choice for lots of others as well. Hey, thanks for sharing those thoughts, Ethan. That's been really helpful, and good luck with your level 7. Yeah, it does, it keeps getting harder, but I know you're going to get there. You've got the potential, my friend. You're definitely going to get through, no problem.
Thanks, Will.
Thanks, Ethan. Good to see you. Bye bye.
Thanks. See you.